we're probably all getting excited. The days are getting longer and warmer, and we're probably all looking forward to make it out to the beach now that we can and get a nice long day in the sun, right? Well, we probably all have heard, don't forget your sunscreen. We've kind of created this scarcity around the sun and thinking that it can cause cancer and it's damaging to us, when really the sun is actually a really vital nutrient that we need to create vitamin D along with many other processes. And so when we're constantly loading up on sunscreen, that can also be toxic to us depending on what you're using, and we're constantly trying to block these chemical processes, or we're trying to stay inside more, it's no surprise that vitamin D deficiency is so prevalent in America. And then we try to supplement it through vitamins when our body knows how to naturally make it itself. And so I think there's a fine line in getting safe sun exposure. So I believe that everybody should be getting at least 5 to 20 minutes of sun exposure each day so that we're able to create all the vitamins and nutrients that our body naturally can make. And again, this varies for your skin tone or family history. We definitely want to take that into account, but I believe by getting that 5 to 20 minutes of sun exposure each day, we'll experience a lot of health benefits. And we can actually build up our natural protectant from the sun by the types of foods we eat. And so antioxidants is going to be one of those great food groups that we want to really incorporate into our diet, because this is going to combat the oxidative stress that the sun can and will cause. So by eating lots of berries and cherries, things that have those very deep pigmented color, that's how you're going to know that those are antioxidant rich. And so Dr. Plord actually says that our skin is so smart that when antioxidants are present in the skin and then the solar rays hit the skin, those antioxidants actually come to the forefront and create that barrier to naturally protect us from the sun without actually blocking any of the rays that we do need, like I said, to create any of the vitamins and nutrients that our body wants to make. And so another way we have a natural defense or protective mechanism against the sun is by the types of fats we eat. And the reason why this is important is because the types of fat we eat are going to literally create all of the cells in our body, because each cell has a phospholipid bilayer, a cell membrane, and those are made out of fats. And so when we eat certain fats, those fats become our cells. And so the fats that we want to focus on getting is going to be omega-3s versus the omega-6s. And the way we can receive that is through walnuts and chia, flax, and of course salmon. And there's actually a PubMed study that concluded that omega-3s actually stopped cancer cells from reproducing, and they also had apoptosis, which is going to be cancer cell death. So not only is it good to protect us, but if we are worried that we could get skin cancer from too much sun exposure, then we also have this another way to combat and balance out the sun and make sure that we're not getting too much. And so once we've built up these natural protectants and we're able to actually get sun and we're not using those sunscreens anymore, and we're able to get that sun exposure and we're able to aid those chemical processes, there is actually on the naturopathic doctor news and review, there has been recent research showing that the mitochondria in our cells, when they're paired with chlorophyll, which we can get from leafy greens, when they combine together, they're able to capture light and create ATP. So the sun is literally generating energy for us because ATP is going to be the fuel that our cells use as energy. So all these benefits that we can get from the sun, and that is why we want to get 5 to 20 minutes. Again, like I said, just depends on family history and just knowing your own body and what your skin can tolerate. But we can aid all of these natural defense mechanisms that we have, and we don't have to worry so much about having the scarcity mindset of too much sun exposure. And I think that by doing this, we'll just get a lot more nutrients and we'll aid our body into doing what it already knows and wants to do.